Hey, greetings from paradise. Welcome to the Enjoy the Journey luxury travel show live from the Florida Keys. Special welcome to our live streaming viewers and podcast listeners around the world. I'm your host, David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency. I'm the travel agent that always asks two questions. What is your bucket list trip? And where do you wish you were right there? I bet you wish you were here with us in the Keys with Ted Drever from Key Largo Concourse, also a director of the Key Largo Rotary. And that's what today's show is all about. We're talking about the ultimate Florida Keys adventure. And Ted's going to talk about what this prize means to local students and educational and technical scholarships. This is all about a good cause. I'm helping out my friends in the Key Largo Rotary with this great cause today. And you have a chance, not one, but two chances to win a raffle ticket for this drawing happening May 31st for the Ultimate Florida Keys Adventure, which we're going to detail today. It's going to be an unbelievable, fantastic show. And stay tuned for trivia for prizes. As always, please like this wherever you see it. I'm on YouTube and Facebook today. And share it. That really helps us out. And talk and say, hey, this is for a good cause. And also follow our social media. And I'll show you a few slides here real quick. And all the questions answers today go in the chat box wherever you're watching it. We have the ability to actually watch all three feeds today. So please, if you want to win this prize, I'm sponsoring two of them. Please put it in the chat box. And as always, follow me on YouTube also on Fantastic Endeavors, because that YouTube playlist, Enjoy the Journey, has all my shows from last year. Now, I've been a year on the air, including a few from Ted Key Largo Concourse.
Yes, yeah, all right, congratulations.
Thank you. And as a reminder, the show is brought to you by my travel agency, Fantastic Endeavors. I am sponsoring 2 tickets today. And if you like the show, please support our travel agents, myself, Skip Shear, Sue Mooney, who also all used to live in the Keys. And please reach out to them directly if you're friends with them directly. Ted, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you. And I really appreciate you and Laura. Laura's here in the studio audience. Hey, studio audience. Hey. It's a rocka studio audience today.
It is.
I really appreciate when my show is on Mondays and things were a little quieter down here. Hosting my show from there, we had some great time. The president of my sponsor, Atlas Ocean Voyage, was there and had a great time. And how are things at the restaurant?
You know, you didn't know what this year was going to bring us.
No.
Man, I'll tell you, it's actually been really busy. It's been a surprise. It's been a challenge. I don't think anybody was really ready on a staffing level to have an influx the way that we have. It's actually, it's been busy. Let's tell you that. So
that's good. That's good. But this is not a dining show. We'll do one of those in the future.
Right.
Today's all about the ultimate Florida Keys adventure, raising money for a good cause. That's what the Rotary does. And I think to help people real quick, tell a little about first what you're doing with the Rotary. What does the local Rotary do? And then we'll go into the ultimate Florida Keys adventure.
Yeah, our Rotary Club, you know, it's been a real challenge this past year due to the pandemic. Trying to do a fundraiser, we just haven't been able to do it. Everything's either been postponed or canceled, and it's been difficult. And you know, we have our commitments with our students for upcoming scholarships for the graduating students and some of the vocationals, even for the adults.
Okay.
And so it put us in a pickle as far as, you know, during this pandemic, what can we do to raise money? And as we're lucky enough to say we live here in the Florida Keys. So we said, well, when this pandemic's over, maybe we can put together a nice travel package,
Okay.
do a raffle, and see if we can raise our funds that way. So what we were able to do, we've put together, again, because we have so many good resources in our club and in our community. We live in the fabulous, beautiful Florida Keys. So here we are in Key Largo.
We're very fortunate.
So what we did is we're going to put together.
What I'm going to do is I have a little slideshow put together that I'll keep running throughout the show. There's no audio to it, so you'll still hear us. You just won't see it. You may see a corner of us. And what the first 2 slides are the details. The rest of it is pictures of the things you'll experience by winning this prize. Now, if you're a local, think about buying this for a loved one or take advantage of yourself. And as Ted goes into details, there are experiences that don't just involve Key Largo, that involve all the keys.
That's right. That's right.
Honestly, if I won this prize, I think I'd keep it for myself.
I'm telling you, it's a good one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Whoever wins this one, they're really going to enjoy it. It's for two, so it'll be a nice getaway.
Okay, I just put right below us here, the Ultimate Florida Keys Adventure. How they buy tickets, where they found out about it.
You're going to find out about it by going to our website, KeyLargoRotary.org.
Okay.
And you will see that the Ultimate Florida Keys Adventure Package the flyer will be right there, and there'll be a where you can click on the link, and it'll take you right to a company called Chance to Win, where we sell our raffle tickets. Now the raffle tickets are $25 for one, or five tickets for $100.
Excellent. Excellent. That's a great value.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, these tickets are only sold online. If someone tries to sell you a paper ticket,
no, we
don't believe them.
Correct.
And there's no participating restaurants or stores. It's only available, and I have the URL right here, KeyLargoRotary.org.
Yes.
You're welcome to go there now and purchase one for a ephemeral, purchase one for a friend. And this is all for a good cause.
It is.
And again, the Rotary, as far as raising money, say if you guys raise, $100,000 from this, where does that money go again?
It all goes to local scholarships.
Okay.
These kids that are graduating from high school, we're there. We're giving out scholarships, but we also do adult vocational too. We do nursing programs. We do technical schools. We're supporting a lot of students in that way as well.
Excellent. And why is this so important, this fundraiser, versus previous years?
This one, again, it's just so tough because we haven't had any fundraisers this year. It's been very difficult. Everything, we normally would have a craft beer festival.
That's right.
We would have our Take Stock in Children, a backcountry fishing tournament. We would help out another Rotary Club doing the giant nautical flea market.
The flea market, huge fundraiser.
All of that has been put on hold. So we're just haven't been able to raise the funds that we need to move forward here. So this is why this is important. We needed, we spent a lot of time trying to figure out the best way that we could come up with to raise funds. And again, we're so fortunate to be here in the Florida Keys, and we can put together something like this. I think that would really be a wonderful thing for the winners.
Excellent. So we talked about the significance of this raffle of drawings May 31st, only one winner. You have to pay to play, as they say, $25 or five for
$100.
5 for 100.
Yep, a trip for two.
Trip for two.
Yep.
And can they buy more than one ticket?
They can.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you can buy as many as you want, increase your chances to win. That is awesome. So Ted's now going on the details a little bit through the website, but also some intimate knowledge he has about this, because you basically built this, right? You're the organizer of this for the Key Largo Rotary. Yep. I'm going to show this quick slideshow, and you'll hear us in the background. So go ahead, Ted, and tell us about.
So what we have here is a raffle for a 1-week stay at in the Florida Keys, and each day that you're here, there's going to be another amazing adventure. Every single day there'll be something new to do. So when you get here, you're going to have a week stay at one of our resorts right here at Key Largo. I said that now we'll start with day one. We have a connection. There's a called Garl's Coastal Kayak.
Garl, I know Garl.
You know Garl. You've probably been on his trip.
That's right. He's
does
awesome.
A great thing in Everglades National Park. So you'll spend a day paddling out on the emerald waters. It's 850 square mile estuary with Everglades National Park. You will get unparalleled access to the abundance of wading birds, particularly the colorful roseate spoonbill raptors and the frequent appearance of bottlenose dolphins and lemon sharks. On rare occasions, flamingos can also be seen. After a hearty paddle around the tidal flats, we'll watch the sunset while sharing a bottle of wine and a much deserved treat after a full day of adventure. So that's day one.
That's day one. That's impressive.
That in itself is pretty nice.
So what we're doing, we're going through the Ultimate Florida Keys adventure. All the details we're sharing now, and beyond some of Ted's intimate details from planning it, are available at right here, KeyLargoRotary.org. You can also purchase the raffle ticket there. You have until May 31st, and the drawing is one winner, but a trip for two. And that's just day one. Now, I'll keep running this slideshow throughout the show, because I know it's only about a 5-second per slide. But the key is the pictures really show the experiences you're going to have when you're down here. And again, we get a lot of locals following the show because it's a Florida Keys based show. Keep in mind of buying a ticket for experience you haven't had before, or maybe giving it to loved ones who want to come to the Keys for basically a free week of incredible adventure.
Yep. So on day 2, on your second day, you'll have a guided backcountry fishing trip. Now, this is a real good connection for us because every year we have our own backcountry challenge that we do for Take Stock in Children. So we have a connection with all the professional guides down here. So this is guaranteed to be some world-class fishing. You'll be enjoying the beauty of the backcountry while experiencing world-class fishing, breathtaking views of local water birds, wood stork, roseate spoonbills, everything that's back there, occasional bottlenose dolphin. And the backcountry fishing in Key Largo means experiencing the joy of catching permit, snook, redfish, tarpon, and bonefish. Backcountry fishing is catch and release, so be sure to bring your camera to capture the beautiful and unforgettable memories. So that's day 2. Now, as you move on,
That's just, hold on, that's day 2.
Yeah.
And this is basically a week-long
it's a
adventure.
week-long thing.
And it covers the entire Keys. It's not just
It does.
Key.
Because, again, we started in the Everglades National Park, which is at the top of the Keys, and we'll end up, as you see as we go through here, in Key West. So the day 3.
And by the way, after day 3, since we're halfway through, I'm going to do the first trivia question. You have to be live because I have some gurus out there who are ready quickly on the keypad. And the first one I see here in my system, and I monitor all our different chats here. I got YouTube going, I got 2 Facebooks going, gets the win. And I'm going to sponsor. I'll go into the website myself and purchase you a raffle ticket. I'm doing one now and one later in the show once Teddy gets through the whole thing. You got to be live to win, so hang in there, guys. First question coming up very soon.
All right, here we go. Day 3. Now you're going to swim with the dolphins. That's also something that's pretty unique to South Florida and especially Key Largo. You'll be swimming with the dolphins in the Florida Keys, and you can catch, touch, and react with bottlenose dolphin while swimming and snorkeling around the lagoon. Interact with the dolphins by doing behaviors such as dorsal toes, hugs, and foot pushes with a trainer. This will be a great time. Now, that day is about a half day, and then once we can finish that day on another great trip, which is the Cruisin' Tikis. If you're familiar with
Cruisin' Tikis, he's been on the
tiki
show
bars.
twice.
Oh, okay.
We did my show from the Tiki.
The Tikis are fantastic. We see them out there out on the bay, and it's a great time. So you'll
Dan
be
Cornell.
out there for the sunset. So that'll be day 3.
Okay. Day 3, guys. So just to summarize, been showing you pictures, talking about the experiences right here at KeyLargoRoy.org. This is a fundraising campaign for a good cause, educational, technical scholarships here in the Upper Keys for students. This came out of a need because the typical fundraiser events, including the Nautical Flea Market, which raises like, what, $200,000 in scholarships, did not happen this year. And who knows when events are coming back. We're getting back there. We know we're getting back there, but our season's over here. It gets warm and people leave. So this is it for fundraising. So keep that in mind. It's for a good cause. And it's an adventure for 2. So not just 1, but 2. And already you're talking about Garl, coastal kayaking. You talked about, what was the first day again?
Well, that was the first day. First day was
Garl's the first day.
Yep. And then we had the guided.
Oh, guided backcountry fishing.
And the third day, swim
with dolphins.
Yep.
Woo-hoo.
So then we'll move on here in a minute to day 4.
All right.
You want to do the
First
ticket?
trivia question coming up right now. I'll say it. I'll also put it right in the banner too. Which U.S. president often fished in the Upper Keys? Which U.S. president often fished in the Upper Keys? I have one answer in my head. I know what it is. And no hints yet, but I may give a hint if you need it. So I'm looking. Let's look at comments here. And it's Suzanne. But thank you all for being on early. We have over like, I don't know, 20 viewers to start and building. Appreciate all the Rotary people in your group sharing this post today to get exposure for the show. And Stephen M. Jackson says Johnson. No, that's not correct. And I messed. It's a LBJ.
Okay.
And some may have fish, but I'm thinking of one that's been featured in the papers a lot. He actually went to Almirada. I believe he came here as president, I believe, towards the end of his presidency. Give you a hint, and it's not the guy that has a little house in Key West. But we're going to continue on with the adventures. We'll look out. I'm watching the chat here closely.
All right. Well, this one actually is one of my favorites. Is offshore fishing charter. You know, we're blessed to live here, where we have world-class sport fishing, and you can spend the day, on our beautiful turquoise Atlantic Ocean fishing
Nice.
for tuna, mahi, wahoo, etc. So, I mean, that day will be fantastic. I guarantee you're going to catch some fish. And to finish it off, it gets even better because then you get to go to this really famous restaurant here in the Florida Keys called the Key Largo Conch House, where
Hey.
where we'll be able to prepare your fish many different ways. We'll show you your menu and show you all the different ways that we prepare that fish. We'll give you some suggestions depending on what fish you've caught, and then we're going to include a bottle of wine or some of our local craft beer. So that'll be day 4 of the trip, and that is our offshore fishing charter, as well as dinner at the Key Largo Conch House, cooking your catch that you're going to catch that particular day.
Hey, Suzette, you have to clarify your answer. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm not going to say any more of that. But you have to be very specific here, very specific. Your answer is yeah. That's all I'm going to say. But Suzette, by the way, who's a local and worked with Garl, and she has already said she raved about your pancakes at the Conch House. So imagine that. And here we go. I'll throw up the comment up there real quick. Suzette Tamlin, our local, and was Suzette for years. She worked at Rainbow Reef. If you haven't had the tropical pancakes at the Conch House, you're missing out.
All right.
That'd be part of your experience. You have the
There you
tropical pancakes. Yeah.
Yep.
Good show testimony too. Awesome. Hey, Tim's on. Come on, Suzette. We got to re-clarify your answer. You're close, I think. All right. What's the next day?
All right, moving on. Day 5. Now, this is really cool because we have this guy is actually a member of our Rotary Club. So we're very fortunate to have him as a member. He's a Keys legend. He's just been under the water here a few weeks ago doing his underwater Easter egg hunt. I mean, he was a guy that you saw back in the 70s with a picture on a sports magazine with a picture of a ballyhoo hanging out of his mouth and this huge barracuda coming and taking it. I mean, he's a pretty cool guy. His name is Spencer Slate.
Spencer Slate,
and
the original
that's right.
Key Largo dive shop owner.
Exactly. You can dive with Keys legend diver Spencer Slate. You can observe. Now, if you want to snorkel, you can, and you can be there. If you're not a diver, that's fine. You can still be there and observe, or you can participate in the creature feature, which they do weekly. And you're up and close and personal while he feeds nurse sharks, eels, barracudas, and other sea creatures. So if you're into diving and you want to get out in the ocean, this is very cool. That day's going to be a great one. So.
Nice. Well, Spencer, I mean, I did his creature feature when I first moved here. It's just an amazing experience. I know he's farther south now than he was up in North Key Largo, but he's right. He's so involved locally. I mean, he's Rotary. He's on the board of the Key Largo Chamber of Commerce, and he's been on the boards for like 30 years. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah.
And the ultimate adventure when you go diving with Spencer Slate's crew. Okay, Suzette, I said clarify your answer, not change it. No, not Roosevelt. None of the Roosevelts. It's not. I'm ruling out Truman because Truman might have fished in the Keys. This is the Upper Keys, and I'm not going to say any more than that. But a president, bend the paper. He came here as a president. Who cares? Actually, Stephen Johnson, my friend Stephen Jackson, I mean, was the first to answer Suzette. So you're not alone. People are afraid to put themselves out there. All right. We're moving along the days.
All right, so now we're up here, day 6, as you're finishing out your week. Now, this one, if you're going to travel to the Florida Keys, you're going to have to go to what I guess we refer to as the Mecca of Margaritaville, Key West.
Key West,
Key
nice.
West. So you'll be picked up and shuttled to Key West, where you'll have a cheeseburger in paradise at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville restaurant. We're going to drop you right there. And then you can spend the day wandering the famous Duval Street, ride the old-time trolley, and experience the famous Mallory Square sunset, where you'll be entertained by local street performers. And then after that, and the sunset's over, we're going to provide dinner for you and a shuttle back to the hotel where you're staying.
A shuttle too.
Yep.
Nice.
So you're going to get there about time, which will get you a good night's sleep. Day 7, you'll be leaving the Florida Keys with a lifetime of memories and new friends.
Excellent. Now, come on, Key West. Now, for locals, this is attractive because I don't get to Key West that much anymore.
No,
it's hard
either.
to actually FDR. Suzette, you know what? Suzette won the first answer. Okay, we got to move this. Suzette, there is no George Bush Jr. There's a GW or George Hubert Walker Bush. The answer is George Hubert Walker Bush, George Bush Sr. You're close enough, so. because it's not really George Bush Jr. because he has a different middle name. So actually, George H.W. is a junior himself, believe it or not. But I'll put Suzette's answer in. Suzette, congratulations. I'm going to sign you up later tonight or tomorrow in your name, and you can give it to whoever you want, that raffle. And let me find her answer real quick, and I'll let Ted move on with more. Let's see. Where'd it go? Shit. This was close enough. Suzette, you answered so many times I couldn't help it. Yeah, so the answer was, it's been in the papers. He actually fished here as a president in 92. Remember, he had one term, 88 to 92. And he fished in the Upper Keys and Almirada, and he came back a lot and fished with local guides here, which you're going to do when you win this adventure, because that's part of one of the 7 days.
Exactly.
All right. I have trivia question number 2, another chance to come up. Suzette, you win by default by trying so hard. That's how we are here on my show. Next day, Ted.
All right, that's it. We've gone through all the days. One of the things I forgot to mention, we've also got, what included in this is a $200 travel voucher, which you can use for your travel expenses, however you see fit.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there it was, all the days that you went through. Again, you'll get a week stay at a beautiful Key Largo resort. On day 1, you're going to get your feet wet on Garo's coastal kayaking saltwater paddle. Day 2, you'll be on a guided backcountry fishing trip. Day 3, you can swim with the dolphins. Day 4, offshore fishing charter with dinner at the Key Largo Concourse. Don't want to forget that. Doing a cook your catch. Day 5, you're going to dive or snorkel with our Keys legend, our own Spencer Slate. Day 6, you'll spend your day in Key West. So
nice.
We've gone through it all, and again, the tickets are $25 for one, 5 tickets for $100. You can go to the KeyLargoRotary.org. You're going to see that flyer that says Ultimate Florida Keys Adventure Package.
Yes.
There will be a link right above that. You click on that link, it'll take you right to where you need to go to pick up those tickets and purchase those tickets. So
excellent. So I have the website up again, KeyLargoRotary.org. We have an update on our first trivia prize because there's some talking amongst the contestants. And we have a new revised winner, thanks to Suzette, who is a local. My friend Steven Jackson, I met him actually at Schnebley's last year, and great guy. And we're going to give it to him. Steven, I'll take care of you this week. You win the first prize. You were right. You were dead on. I put your answer out. I'll put it down in a minute here. You got Bush Sr., woohoo, which U.S. president fished in the Upper Keys frequently. And again, this was my answer in my show, so that's how it goes. But you win. And thank you, Suzette, for being very gracious, because you were close, but technically there's no Bush Jr. Don't worry about it. But Steven, congratulations, and it pays to watch the show. And I hope you win. I do hope you win. Again, it's a 1 ticket I will purchase for you that we won the drawing on May 31st for the Ultimate Florida Keys Adventure. I'll put that website back up, because this is all for a good cause. A trip for 2. And Steven, I know you have someone to take. Very nice someone to take. So hope you win. Hope you take her. And I'll meet you when you're down here and have a survey set with you. So absolutely fantastic. What an adventure. Ted, this was a lot of work to put together, right?
It was. But again, we're lucky enough to be here where we could put something together like this. We're using our connections actually within our club and within our community. That's always very helpful for us. So we're very fortunate, feel blessed, and actually looking forward to it. We're very lucky. And hopefully the person that wins this they're going to really enjoy themselves. We're going to take care of them. When they come to the Concourse restaurant, I'll make sure I'm there personally to make sure that you really enjoy your cook the catch that you got on the offshore part of this trip.
That's right. They cooked your catch. An amazing restaurant, by the way. Appreciate you guys being a landmark in Key Largo for so long. Really enjoyed doing my show from there. And as Suzette, our big show guru, has said, got to try the tropical pancakes.
All right, there you go. And another thing we've just got in finally is some lionfish. So
hey, all right,
that's always difficult for us. It's an invasive fish down here. You'll hear a lot about it when you get here. We're selling it, and it's a very good eating fish. So if you're here, you're going to want to try that as well.
Excellent. All right, another question coming up, and then we're going to continue to promote this for a little bit longer. We're going to get out of here about a half-hour show today. Okay. And this is it. This one should be pretty easy for people who are dive fans out there or locals that are dive fans. Again, locals, you can win this, and then you can keep it for yourself. I mean, I do it for myself, or you can give it to a family member. So it's the Ultimate Florida Keys Adventure trip for 2. And I'm going to sponsor a $25 ticket for you. I will sign you up tomorrow morning using my agency's credit card. and buy you a ticket in your name. And then if you win, it's your prize. So question number 2, Steve Jackson, congratulations. The first one, by what Steven said, he does have someone to take. Laugh out loud. So I met Steve along with his lovely girlfriend, fiance there. And next question number 2 is, what hurricane righted, took her from its side and put her upright, Spiegel Grove in 2005? I gave the year. I don't want the year, but there's a name of the storm. I know it. Do you know it?
I think I do.
Okay. Ironically, the storm wasn't much of anything here. I drove to Coral Springs that night. I remember I had to put my 4-wheel at the time in 4-wheel drive for the first time ever down here. It was, it was a little rainy, but there's no evacuations going on. It was more of a Cuba, but it caused of enough current in the Gulf Stream and wind and waves to take this gorgeous 500-foot long ship that was on its side for 2 years and 3 years, and whoop, now she's perfectly right side up.
The way they wanted it to begin with. Yeah, that's actually very
and cool. Christy Dimmick, of course. It is. Hurricane Dennis, very fitting because I've won many prizes hanging out with Christy and different things she's done as friends. She lived here for many years. She ran Blue Water Divers, so of course she knows that. And now she is traveling national parks of the Western U.S., and they sold out of Key Largo last year, their house and their operation, to live a different life. And congratulations to you guys for doing that. You had a long, great career here, and we miss you guys here on the Keys. And I'm so glad someone I know so closely won the prize. And I will take care of you again tomorrow morning. And both Steven Jackson and Christy Dimmick, I will buy a raffle ticket in your honor. And who knows, I may do this again on a future show just to help raise for a good cause.
Appreciate that. That'd be nice. Excellent.
And a few other comments here. Suzette says, lionfish, it's delicious. You have to have it.
Definitely.
And Suzette said, who's Christy? Hey, you locals, no fighting in my chat, okay? Yeah, it's right. There were like 100 hurricanes that year. I'll put that comment up. There were. Is ironically, and that was like the calmest one here, because the big one was Wilma later. Yeah. But Wilma was actually north of here. It caused nothing this way. Right. But beyond here, the Bayside got hammered.
Exactly.
So. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up here. A quick half-hour show today. We all got stuff to do. Ted and Laura got a restaurant to go back to.
That's true.
I do want to just put the banner out again, the website again. And this is all about raising money for a good cause here with Ted Drever, director of the Key Largo Rotary. He helped organize the prize in a time of need when they couldn't have none of their fundraising events. And this is something that you could help out. Just go to keylargorotary.org and sign up right there. 1 for $25, 5 for $100. And you can put really whatever name you want on there.
That's right.
Like I'm going to do tomorrow morning for Christy and Steven Jackson. And I will be doing that again. And I promise I will keep sponsoring that prize in future shows. Not about this, but about my usual travel. The least I could do to help you guys out, because what the Rotary does is important for this community.
And I certainly appreciate it. Thanks for having me on your show today.
Oh, you're welcome. All the details and signing up are keylargorotary.org. Right in the homepage, the banner, click on that. It's a wonderful website that Ted himself coded and built. And it goes day by day, and Ted just reviewed it. And as always, if you see this show now, go back, rewind it, watch the whole thing. It's been a fun show. It's been fantastic. Thank you all for your comments. I don't have time to shout out to all of you out there. Thank you all for Steven and Christy and Suzette. Most of all, Suzette, for all our comments at Key Largo Concourse. Appreciate you all coming on, and many of you that support my show and that support the Key Largo Concourse and support the Key Largo Rotary and the local scholarships for technical and educational scholarships for high school students that want to go to college. Check it out, keylargorotary.org. My show next week will be right here again from Key Largo Home Studio, having Rich Urshik on, talking about the Nike missile base. I was just there yesterday for the first time since they've really done it out in the Florida Everglades. Rich did a great talk for Key Largo Chamber of Commerce this week and inspired me to go up while it's still happening, because these tours are seasonal. It's going to be a very special show. And again, I may be sponsoring another prize to the Ultimate Keys Adventure.
All right.
Check it out, guys, keylargorotary.org. And we're going to see you next week.